Hello everyone, welcome to the Magnolia Seed. My name is Fatima, and it's been forever and then some since I was able to hop on here and share anything with you guys. October was a bit of an intense month. I had some family things going on, and I needed to take time to take care of that, and time also to take care of myself. So I wasn't able to get in a lot of crafting or journal making or sharing with you guys, but you know, that is life, and I'm happy to say that I'm back, and hopefully I will be able to do more regular videos. I've noticed a few new subscribers. Welcome guys. I don't know how you found me, but I'm so glad you did. And what I have here today is a special project that I've been working like crazy on for the last few days. It is, I wanted to do something for a friend of mine who is going through a very hard time. And she doesn't know I'm doing this. She's a very hardworking gal, and you know, she didn't ask for the help or anything, but I wanted to do something nice and hopefully make her life a little bit easier. So I put together some kits, and the proceeds are, 50% of the proceeds from these kits will be going to her. And at the same time, I wanted to do something that would add value to your guys' lives. So I have 4 different designs here, and if you're ready to get right in, I will pause and show you the 4 different designs. So here we go. Alright guys, here is the first of the 4. They're really mini, sort of like starter kits. They're not full kits in any way, but there's plenty in here, and it's just to help you sort of start out your journal and have a particular theme. Mostly it's like, well, there's a bit of color and there's a bit of style in each one. There's a lot of handwork that went into these and a lot of love, so I hope you will like them. This one right here is called Floral Dreams, and I'll start with the fabric, and I'll untie it here for you so you can really see it. And for all of these designs, I pretty much started with the fabric as the inspiration. I love to do that when a fabric speaks to me. So what you have here is the star of the show, which is this absolutely gorgeous and extremely elegant piece. Sorry if I got too close there. Of floral fabric. It's this gorgeous teal and red and cream. It's a really beautiful drapey piece of fabric. It's cut to be about 10.5 by 14.5, so plenty here to make a journal cover, maybe 2 smaller journals if you want. But yeah, this is, like I said, the inspiration for the whole kit, and I'm so excited to share this fabric with you. When I saw it in the store, it was like draped off the side, and somebody was highlighting it. I don't know who it was, but they sure got my attention. And so yeah, I'm happy to be able to share this with you. And each one will also come with a second piece of fabric. And this is a beautiful cream. You can see here there's like this little ornate design inside of like diamonds. So if you want, you can use this as the back cover, or the inside, I guess, of the journal. So you have those 2 pieces of fabric. And then you also have these 3 squares. This is they're both light blues, they're different shades. This one, they have sort of lines running through them. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's this piece of a neutral, it kind of looks like burlap, but it's not. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and it goes with the other fabrics. So that is the fabric pack. And then I also have a little bead pack, and inside you will see one of my boho beads. This is one of the simpler beads. I made it using the same fabric over here. You will also get this adorable mushroom charm and all of these are on bulb pins. This little blue, these are glass beads. This little blue charm and this camera charm. So, sorry there about the lighting. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of handwork went into these, and I'm so happy to be able to share them with you. And then here I have a fiber pack. I love to include fibers because I'm not a big tassel maker myself, but I love seeing other people's tassels, and I know that a lot of you probably like to make them. So you have this this blue ribbon here. As you can see, I'm big into color coordinating. This blue ribbon, there's some neutral pieces of yarn. This is a super, super cozy wool yarn. There's some lace in here. This is eyelash trim in blue and in cream. And then I have these little decorative floral arrangement flowers, and I thought, well, I would love to include one of these. So, because it goes perfectly. And then here we have an ephemera pack, and let me just slide this out of the way. Inside the ephemera pack, you will get, there's a bit of a writing theme going on here. So here, I have lots of bags inside of bags. You will see these just adorable, tiny little price tags. These are absolutely fun to play with. And then some postage stamps. There's quite a few in here. I think there's 9 actually, when I counted them out earlier. And then another tag here. So those will be absolutely fun to play with. And then 2 vintage playing cards. These came from my grandma's house, and I always have troubles parting with things that came from her. But I love you guys, and it makes it easier to share. So these 2, and there is this card here. Again, it goes with the writing theme and also the colors of the kit. Some paper guest checks. These tea stain actually really nicely, or coffee stain. Here is a Project Life card that is gridded. These are some vintage or almost vintage envelopes, airmail envelopes. This one has the writing in 3 languages, I think English, French, and this is Arabic, so that's super cool. And then just some list papers that go with the colors again and add to the floral aspect. And then here I have some beautiful wallpaper. There's this piece here which is folded in half, so you could actually use this to make the cover of a journal if you wanted. There's this piece here. It was too long to go in the pack, so I just folded this up. And this piece right here. So that is pack number 1, Floral Dreams, and I will be back to show you the other 3. Alright, here is the second design. And it's the same arrangement where I have a fabric pack and beads and fibers, and then an ephemera pack. I forgot to mention with the last one that both of these kits are $15 kits, so they're super affordable. This particular one, it is fall themed, and I debated a little bit whether to go ahead with it or not, but I had the fabrics cut and a lot of things put together. And, you know, I know we're at the tail end of fall, but I thought, you know, why not? Let me put it out there for you guys, and I will have this one discounted. It'll probably be half off, and you can either get it for a last-minute fall project or save it for next year. But yeah, I will show you this kit. Fall is actually my favorite season. Well, did I say that last time? No. Summer and fall are both competing, but I love the colors of fall. And I'll slide this off this way because it's not coming off. So here are the fabrics. The focus of this kit is this beautiful rich red, orange, brown, gold leaves, and it's a small print, so it's pretty cool. So this is the front cover, and if you are an autumn lover, then this is for you. And then the back cover is again the same fabric that you saw last time. It's this gorgeous cream with the diamonds and the pattern on the inside. So again, 10.5 by 14.5 pieces. And here, these are the squares. I have a red square and this super cool, I think this was an old shirt. Maybe it was, I don't remember now. I've had it for a while, but it has these like XOs, and here is this green fabric, which if I move to the side, you might be able to see the color better. But it's a kind of like a nice muted sage green. So these are the fabrics in this pack, and here are the beads, and here is another one of my boho beads. This is a simpler one, but it has this gorgeous, I think this is garnet, or was it agate? I'm not sure, but it's a stone and it's super heavy. Actually, if you feel it, you can feel that the bottom of the bead is weighted, so that's awesome. There's this little bead here on a garment pin, and another camera. This is a silver camera, and this so cute glass leaf bead. So these are the beads. Here are the fibers, and I think, yeah, I stuffed this one pretty full with different fibers. A lot of them are kind of neutral. There's different shades and stuff. There's this really pretty sort of creams and mauves. There's a little bit of they're not pom-poms, but it's kind of that same material that you see on pom-pom trims and sequins. More of this yarn in different colors. That was a gray and a green and this sort of purplish red. I have more eyelash trim, and I'm not sure if this is eyelash trim or some other kind of trim. It all blends together in my mind. And again, more of this super cozy wool yarn and a piece of this brown yarn. So that will be a lot of fun to play with. And here is the ephemera pack. There is some variety here in terms of the different packs. Like each of them have one of these super cool cards. And then they each have a second card, but the design on these cards is different between the different autumn kits. It's mostly an outdoor sort of, there were like boats on some of them, I think lighthouses, a barn, you know, very naturey and absolutely gorgeous. It's a blank card. And then here we have more papers. This is a piece of wallpaper. Again, you can turn this into the cover of your book. And then these are also pieces of wallpaper. This is gorgeous, probably vintage. And this piece here, this is trim, and I love to work with trim. It's really easy to cut and use as manageable pieces. These super old, super cute doilies. This is a beautiful rose list paper. It's not sticky, but you can journal here. And I shopped my stash, and it was fun finding lots of things that I could include and share with you guys. More guest checks, project life card. I snuck in some really old book pages. These are from a book of poetry by Robert Frost. This is like a dictionary in thesaurus, and they're super yellowed and aged and just delicious. They even have that old book smell. And then here is also another baggie of more decorative pieces. There's these leaves. Some of these are the ones that you buy as there's like table scatter, or they're craft leaves, and the others came from floral arrangements, and I actually like those more. They tend to have more details. So and then here some awesome pieces of ribbon. Let's show you what I got. There's this ribbon. I think these are maple leaves, and these are also maple leaves. It's an orange and sheer ribbon. I added another piece of fabric because why not? And this piece of sheer ribbon. So that was pack number 2. Oops. I think I called this one Lingering Autumn. And you can get this in the store. Again, like I said, it will be super discounted, and regardless, they will all be very affordable. So pack number 3 is coming. Alright, here is design number 3, and this one is called Sorry, Not Sorry. It's a play on words. Sorry, S-A-R-Y, and that phrase, just to amuse myself and any of you who have that sort of a sense of humor. But this pack and the next one, they're a little bit more packed, and I added more value into them, so they will be $17 in my Etsy shop. The links will all be below. Yeah, so let me show you the fabric pack here, and I untied it in advance. Features obviously a piece of sari fabric. This is a sari that came from India. I cut it down, and it's just gorgeous. There's sequins everywhere, first of all, but then there's this ombre. There's like yellow and green, and it's sort of kind of, they look like leaves or something naturey, so that is awesome. I love this fabric. And then here for the liner of your journal, or whatever you want to use it for, is this sheer fabric. It's a gorgeous green. You can see through it. And the sheer fabric, you can either line it or use it to your advantage that it's see-through. I'd seen Diane H here on YouTube use a sheer fabric, and underneath she had like a napkin design, and the design shows through, and it was so gorgeous. I'll try to remember to link that video below. And here I added this piece of golden fabric. This is from a table runner, and yeah, it's just perfect for the theme. There's also this piece of green fabric and this sheer lace with gold beading. It is stunning by itself. These squares are, I think, 4.5 by 4.5. Don't quote me on that. And then, just for fun, I wanted to include a piece of beaded trim. These also come from Indian clothing, and I wanted you to be able to either keep the theme, you know, this yellow and green, or you can push it towards another color if you like, and it still looks absolutely gorgeous. So those are the fabrics. Here is just a rainbow of yarn. Lots of gorgeous, delicious colors. Yeah. So there's that. These will make a fun closure or a tassel. You could probably even turn them into tabs, maybe, or ruffles. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that yet. Here's the bead pack. And you will see in a little bit that there's actually a second bead in this pack because, yeah, I made these. These are, it's using the same sari material that the cover is. And again, this is a bingo chip that I punched a hole in, and I attached it to a pin, or yeah, a bulb pin. So that's super fun. There's this glass bead here. I'm out of frame, sorry, and passport, because I know a lot of you guys like to do this sort of traveling theme with the Indian fabrics and the whole bohemian vibe. So there we go. And here is the ephemera pack, which I will slide out and show you. I want to start here. Like I mentioned, there is a second boho bead, and I did it for the same reason of, you know, if you want to keep the sort of green, the green and green and gold theme, then you can do that. But if you want to push the color into something else, then you have that. So there's a second bead that I snuck in here, and these are little jingle bells. And they just they sound like jewelry, so I wanted to include that. And then these are plastic cutouts from a stencil I made a long time ago, and like I said, I was shopping my stash and seeing what I could share with you guys. So there's that, and there are these 3 cards, blank, but I just thought the designs went absolutely perfect. This is an invitation card, but you can either cover this up or you can turn this into like a journaling card by cutting the card in half. And there's this card here. And there's also this wallpaper. This is folded in half again. You can make a journal out of it if you want. This is gold wrapping paper. And here are these really cute sticky notes. They're feathers. These are gold seals with hearts on them. Sorry for blinding you. These are really cool. Let me pick them up. Vellum. They're like place cards. They're sheer, and yeah, these will just be so fun to include in your journals. Guest checks. I have some pieces of cut down patterned paper that will make awesome pockets or cards or whatever. And here's another piece of this is wallpaper. So that is pack number 3, or design number 3. Sorry, not sorry. And I will be back with the last design. Alright, you guys, here is the last design. And I know when you have children, you're not supposed to pick a favorite, but this may be my favorite. This one is called Fairy Cove, and you will see why when I get to the ephemera pack. But let's start here with the fabrics. And I have here this stunning piece of, I think it's a cotton fabric. This came from Selena at AmourFabriques, but you can see it's kind of a floral, maybe even a boho fabric, really rich, deep plum with these gorgeous flowers. And yeah, this would be fun to make a boho journal out of, or so many different designs. So there's this fabric, and then another piece of this sheer green fabric, same as in the last kit. And then here are the pieces of, the other pieces of fabric that I included. This piece of vintage lace, which I absolutely love, and I use this all the time in my projects. Is this a pinstripe fabric? I'm not sure, but it's, yeah, it's really cool. It goes with the floral piece, and this piece of vintage bedsheet. So that's super cool. And here is the bead pack, which, I mean, I love all my beads, but these kind of stole my heart. Here's another one of these gorgeous, sorry guys, gorgeous green leaves. Here's a tiny book charm. Here is the boho bead that I made to go with this kit. And here is these, there's roses here. It's a glass lampwork bead. And yeah, sorry I stumbled through those words, but yeah, here we go. Here is the fabric pack, or the fiber pack, I should say. Inside you have, I will show you once I get them all out. These yarns, again in different colors. These were fun to pull together. Here you have some eyelash trim, quite a bit of eyelash trim, and these are actually on tags, so you can reuse the tags. And here is this piece of velvet. Well, it's satin, velvet on one side, and it's not actual velvet, but you know what I mean, and satin ribbon. And there's a nice long piece of it. And oh, there's the end. I rolled it up so that I wouldn't get extra creases in it. And I tied it up with this really fun fiber with there's sort of a metallic thread running through it. So those are the fibers. And here we have the ephemera pack. And here is why it's called Fairy Cove, because each of these kits will come with a fairy card. This is a blank card, and most of them have this same fairy design. There's one other design, I don't have it next to me to show you, but it has fairies making a wreath, so they're both absolutely beautiful. And then here, there's this small pack. There's a bell in here, a couple of buttons, 3 buttons I think, and more of these tiny little price tags. Here you have some wallpaper and another piece of wallpaper. And here are a bunch of papers to play with. These are list pads. These are such gorgeous flowers. And more beautiful flowers, project life card, guest checks, and at the bottom is this little baggie of table scatter roses, and I just thought these would be so perfect to sew onto the side. You can use them as tabs, just decorate the cover with, whatever you want. I can't wait to play with some of these in my projects. And then for this pack, I also managed to include some papers. So here you go. This is some really old notebook paper from when I was a child. And I don't know that I mentioned this before, but I grew up in Saudi Arabia. And actually there was a time when Arabic was my first language. But yeah, this was a notebook from my school days. And you can see here there's writing in Arabic. It says a lesson title, day, and date. So that's kind of fun, and there's 2 pieces of these, and the pieces are folded in half. So I just pulled those out of a notebook that I still had, because apparently I keep everything. These are some more deliciously vintage book pages, poetry from Robert Frost, and dictionary and thesaurus pages. This pack probably has 10 plus sheets of paper. Some of them are folded in half, and that was to make the shipping easier. This is vintage graph paper. There's 2 pieces of that. This is a gorgeous paper from a cookbook, and the color, it's just gorgeous cream, and I wanted to include that. And here I have a floral coloring book page. So yeah, there, I want to show that to you actually. Here you go. These will all be different, of course, in the different packs. Here is a page from a flower book, and these pages came from a book that had quotes about mothers and these beautiful prints of somebody's artwork. So yeah, you can sort of see like a forest, maybe like a cottage theme. Just so much fun. I can't wait to get these kits out to you and to share them with you. I wanted to make them an incredible value for you guys, and also do something nice for somebody going through a hard time. So again, the link to purchase any of these will be below. There's about 10 of each design. Shipping on these actually shouldn't be too bad. They're around, the kits are around 5 ounces each, and of course I will combine shipping on multiple kits. And like I said, 50% of proceeds from these kits will be going to someone. And I hope you guys love them. I hope that they will add value and joy to your life. And I hope to see you guys again soon.